Hello guys, welcome back to Duskwood. I told you guys we were going to start forums this time. We're so close to the end. We're about to finish episode 8, and I think there's like 10 episodes in Duskwood altogether. I would miss Jake. I would really miss Jake because I swear to God, I think I'm in love with him. So, yeah, we're about to start forums. We told everything to the group chat the last time. I don't know if it was a good decision or a bad decision. Good in a way that it was all like, let it out, like we all let it all out, and bad in a way that we don't know if the culprit is in the group chat, and we might have just exposed everything to them. But maybe I'm thinking way too much with the healing and the what's the other game? What's the other game we played? Oh my God, the healing and what's the other game called? Ugh, forgot the name, but yeah, you know that game. Maybe I'm thinking too much with that concept. But okay, let's start this. So Jake has sent us something. I have found something. A forum post made by Amy. It would be best if you took a look at it yourself. Dark Mystery Forum. Oh. It's asking me to log in. Do you know where I can register there? Sorry. I have already created an account for us. Aw. We share an account. The name is Namas. Obviously, it's Namas. And the password is... What? A really good password. But that's so hard. Our account is definitely safe. How will I even do that? Wait, I'll just log in, especially for me. How will I log that in? Oh my God, let me take a picture in another phone. Jesus, Jake, you really are a hacker. Okay. Camera. Okay, take a picture now. Let's go back to the forum. So it's Namas, isn't it? Namas. The password is $. Where the hell? I have the euro sign. Dollar W. This 33 capital D bracket IZ capital X 4 question mark W L another capital L K 7 question mark again. This arrow sign. Where is the sign? Shit, do I not have the sign? I'm so blind. Okay. A M W small m and then closing sign. The hell? There we go. Okay. Logged in. Oh, that's nice music. Want to exchange experience? Should we read all of this, or should we just find the one he's talking about? I think I want to read all of this. Want to exchange experience. Hello, dear community. I'm Tiffy. Can we open their profiles? No, we can't. Hello, dear community. I'm Tiffy, and I wanted to ask whether there was anyone here who had any experiences with necromancy or with Ouija boards. My parents aren't home tonight, and I've invited some friends. One of them has one of those boards and would like to try it out tonight. But I've heard so many times that it can be pretty dangerous. So like I said, anyone here with experiences? Hello, dear Tiffy. First of all, welcome to the community. Secondly, I'm sure you mean a Ouija board. And yes, they can be pretty dangerous. I'm gonna assume that you and your friends are still relatively young, so I would generally advise against using it. Best. Baby Blue. Are you writing an email? I tried one of them once. Scared the living daylights out of us. I don't know if that's loud in the video or not. I have to admit we weren't entirely sober, and I'm sure my friends moved the glass. I wouldn't advise children to use one. I've had my experiences with them, and I've stayed clear of them since. What do you mean move the glass? Nostradamus? That's what's supposed to happen. Whips, thanks for the correction, dear Baby Blue. Yeah, like I said, I'm still thinking about it, but my friend said earlier that it's not dangerous as long as you blow into the glass afterwards. So the power you call goes away. Yeah, as if the power's gonna just go away when you blow into the glass. Sure. If you forget that, whoever you summoned won't leave again. And what happened to your Jersey's shadow? I don't like talking about it because it took a lot of time to leave it behind, but it wasn't nice whatsoever. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone to try it out themselves. Oh, thanks to you guys, I'll buy myself one of these things in the end. Don't worry, I'm old enough. Jersey's Shadow, you've got to finish what you started. No, devil, I absolutely do not. The only thing that can happen is if someone deliberately moves the glass to write something evil. Simple as that. I did it once with an old friend of mine, and she pushed the glass around like a maniac. If you don't put your hands on it, nothing will happen, like someone said here earlier. I still advise against it. It's me, Tiffy. Especially if there's no adult in the house. There's Gollum and Jersey's Shadow and Baby Blue. Why do they have weird-ass names? Devil Crown. Jersey Shadow says, I really can't stand stupid comments like that one from Gollum. Just because you don't know anything about this stuff doesn't mean that everything that other people experience is nonsense. Then just tell us what happened to you. Kamehame, hahaha, Kamehame. That's fucking funny. Then just tell us what happened to you, maybe then we'll believe you. When all the heroes run and hide, who will stay and fight? Oh. Jersey's Shadow, but only for Tiffy. I don't want anyone to go through this, especially kids. We were 4 people back then. At first we moved the glass ourselves, but then we were 4 people back then. At first we moved the glass ourselves. Back then the glass started moving on its own accord and lead us. You could feel that there was something else with us, but I think the thing with blowing into the glass was nonsense because the glass flew off the table in the end. Otherwise my apartment would have been cursed, which it isn't. And to make it clear, we all took it completely seriously back then, and nobody was trying to mess with anyone. Kamehame says, hey, was that so hard? Still a bit vague for my liking, but it's something at least. It's me, Tiffy. Hey, I'm not that young anymore, but okay, you've convinced me, and I think we're gonna do something else tonight instead. That's great to hear, dear Tiffy. I think that means we close the thread. Looks at the admin. Have fun with your friends. Best, baby. Why do you keep saying best? Are you an old woman? Forum game, a ghost story. I want a forum like this. I want to go on a forum like this. Do you guys know any forums like this? If anyone has actually watched my videos, please let me know that you know any forums like this, because I want to go to these forums and talk to people about like ghost experiences and shit. And we can always go to Reddit, but I want something better, more ominous. Okay, so yeah. Hey there, dear community. I'd love to play a little game with you. It's like one Havana says. Apparition. Here's how it works. We'll write a scary story together, but everyone is only allowed to write one sentence. Every sentence has to build on the previous one. Got it? Let's go. If it was just after midnight when suddenly what's that kind? Oh shit, that's a different language. It was just after midnight when suddenly the downstairs phone rang. Delete this, says awesome. I'm so totally in. It shouldn't be ringing because the power had gone half an hour ago. Am I doing this right? If you are, Rebecca went downstairs, but when she touched the phone, it stopped ringing. Are we allowed to change the person we're writing about? I'm not a woman, but I'd like to see myself in the story. I guess that's fine. Leonardo also heard the ringing and entered the living room. Well, I want to read his bio. I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody drive their garbage down to the street and bang the hell out of it with a stick. I've never seen that. Leonardo also heard the ringing and entered the living room where his wife was standing by the phone. Could someone please answer, or should I just continue? He knew that he had to tell his wife a secret, and that it would be dangerous to keep it a secret for much longer, because the mortician had already turned into their street with his big black hearse. What the hell are people doing now? We dance alone, that's what we play, electronic music. Is this about the mortician or Leonardo or his wife? I don't want to do this wrong. Rebecca started screaming when the mortician came crashing through the door. This is not the best post in the world, no, this is just to tribe you. Leonardo threw himself in front of his wife to protect her, and she gone stick with the shock. The mortician tripped over the telephone wire, which was lying across the middle of the room. Rebecca reacted before her husband and threw her shoe at the mortician's head. That's so funny. Let's just do this one. Restless Soul. Oh shit. We're Restless Soul and Jake? Insomnia. Hi community. I've been a part of you for a pretty long time now. While a holy water bearer. Even though I really contribute to threads, I'm more the silent type who prefers to listen instead of talking himself in real life too. Because I don't know what else to do, and because I hope that someone here might have had similar experiences, I've decided to change that today. Let's get to my actual problem. For the past 4 nights, I've been waking up at the same time every night, at precisely 2:59 a.m. I wake up in my dark room. I have no idea who or what woke me. You woke yourself up. Anyone have similar experiences? Hi, sorry to hear that. I've never heard that myself, but could it be a loud noise? Pipes in your walls that make noise when your neighbors flush their toilets, for example? No, I've been living in this house for years. I'd have long since noticed that, and I doubt that my neighbor goes to the toilet every night at precisely 2:59 a.m., but thanks anyway. Hello, Mawalo. Let's stay on the topic. It was Creepypasta that said that, and she called herself Holy Water Bearer. They are both Holy Water Bearer. And Alice in Wonderland with an apparition says, Hello, Warawale. To start on the topic of neighbors, could there be someone who wants to harm you? Another post here made me think of that. Was about family being terrorized by their neighbors until they finally moved out. Maybe it's the same for you. Unlikely, I don't know my neighbors, so I couldn't think why they'd want to get rid of me. There are about 85 units in my house, pretty anonymous, just so you have a rough idea of what it's like here. Too bad, then I have no idea this wild. Have you tried staying awake? That would be my last resort if this threat can't help me. It's really driving me nuts, and I have to be at work at 5 a.m. every morning, so I really can't go on like this. I volunteer to stay up with you to solve the mystery. I'm into this community doesn't leave its members thinking. Oh, Kamehame again. Thanks, guys, I really appreciate it. Grid of the World says, exactly midnight, we're about to find out more. I've just come back from the store, got myself energy drinks and coffee, everything's still quiet when all the heroes run and hide, we will stay and fight. Oh yeah, Kamehame. Yep, all quite so far. I could do with some coffee, I'll go and make one. You okay? I'm okay, Alice thinks. 1:23 a.m. The light just went on in the hallway, but I can't see anyone. There's still half an hour to go, but I'm not moving away from my computer from now on. Thank you all for being there. I'm here too, duck duck. Even though I ain't said nothing yet, there will be bread, I know it. Update. My drinks are empty, but I will prevail. For the community, it's almost time. I'm so excited. 2:50, I'm a bit nervous. The light went on in the hall again. 2:58, 2:59. That's it, time's up. Wale. Everything okay? Shit, he hasn't replied. Could you hear or see anything? Dude, stop messing with us. Please say something, we're worried. Fuck. Shit, what happened? What happened to Wale? Mega thread for ghost photography. A wonderful evening to you, dark community. I mentioned it in another post, but other lost pages suggested, I'm opening my own thread for it. I've been a part of this community for a long time now, and I'm basically part of the furniture. Ghost the Who? Okay. Originally, I was a charlatan who traveled the country in so-called medium to take the money of gullible people, from exorcisms to seances with 15 plus participants. I did it all as long as it meant quick and easy money for me. I'm not proud of it, but it's a part of my life and the reason I registered in this forum in the first place. I made a good living off my job too until I was called to an old widow for a very special case one day. She was convinced that there was a ghost living in her house who was terrorizing her day in, day out. Of course, that wasn't anything new to me. I always went about these kinds of cases the same way. Get out my camera, set it up, wait a night. If it did somehow get a ghost on the tape, that'd be perfect, but of course that would never happen. But this time things were different, but see for yourselves. Do you hear them knocking? The ghosts of deeds. Hear them screaming, hear their pleads. Wait, that looks like that game, doesn't it? Are they just friends with each other? Do you hear them knocking? That was the story of how I quit my successful business and returned to my original job as a roofer. I thought this thread might be good as a collection for other ghost photographers. I'm looking forward to your experiences. Hello, Ghost. I'm a huge fan of your stories, and of course I read the post you're talking about here. The tidbit about your time as a medium never fails to amuse me. Unfortunately, I can't contribute any pictures, but I wanted to express my support and think it's a great idea. Subscribed. Thank you, Allosaurus. I'm hoping there will be more exciting stories and great pictures. Phenomenon 5. Wow, I'm first. Everyone else is still asleep. I almost feel like I'm special. Here are my treasures. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Oh, help. That's cool. Damn. Wow. There's nothing scary about that one. I don't see anything in that one. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing everything. Is there something supposed to be in the window? I don't know what's going on with that one. Oh, yeah, I see shadows. Nothing in that one as well. That's just a random picture of a really random place. Nothing in that one as well. That's just a nature picture at this point. Yeah, that one is pretty crazy. The grass is always greener on the other side. Oh, other people started posting. I didn't even realize it. Long sleeve. Nostradamus. Black book down. Alternative. Creepypasta. The strange package. There used to be, a lobster says, there used to be a young couple in my neighborhood. The Clarks was written in finger paint on the mailbox. I can still see it in my head. Just married Mrs. Clark, pregnant in her 5th month, just bought their dream home. Everything is wonderful and nice. We dance alone, that's why we only play electronic music. Lobster. Says again, until this day, where dear Mr. Clark empties his mailbox one morning and gets out a strange packet addressed to a certain Mr. Lax. The address in it is his, but Mr. Clark doesn't know Mr. Lax. Nevertheless, he takes the parcel into the house and shows us his dear wife. She's also the one to take it to the post office next morning to correct the small error. But the next morning, Mr. Clark finds the packet in his mailbox again. This time he waits for the mailman to tell him about his error, but he just shrugs because he didn't deliver the package to the Clark, so Mrs. Clark takes it to the post office again the next day. Again, it ends up in their mailbox, so they decide to open it. After all, it keeps ending up in their mailbox, so it must be okay to take a look at least, right? Wrong. The same evening, the police is called to Clark's. Both lie dead on the second floor of their beautiful big house. The packet is next to both of the corpses, open but empty. Why am I telling you the story? Because I was the mailman. Damn. I remember this murder. It was the main topic on the news all summer. Night, Blair Witch. Delita says. And did they catch the killer? What was inside the package? You delivered it to them, or am I misunderstanding? Lobster. No, I didn't deliver the package. I was only responsible for all the other mail that the dear Clark family got during their short time in the neighborhood. The package's contents and the identity of the killer are unknown to this day. I saw it myself back then, as Mr. Clark had made me responsible for accidentally delivering it to him. Dreadful sin. Quite the story, nicely told. Reminds me a bit of a story we were talking about last week here in the forum. Just that it wasn't about a parcel but a letter, and the people weren't killed either. Yes, everybody reads the theories. I guess there's crazy neighbors everywhere. Skylord says, I've learned my lesson anyway. In case I get a package that isn't addressed to me, I won't open it. Dreadful Sin says again, probably better. Want to take a look into your future? Hello? Lady Lotus says, hello everyone. My last thread has become too big, so I'll just start a new one. My vacation is officially over. From now on, I'm available again to tell you your future. Please don't comment if you were in the last thread. That wouldn't be fair on the others. Wait, huh? Fortune telling? Like she said, alternative. Nostradamus says. Requiem and Gin Tonic says, oh, sounds exciting. I'd like to know my future. Can you tell me your height? What? Sorry, Requiem and Gin Tonic. I'm used to everyone knowing. To be able to tell me your future, I need to know something specific about you. What exactly that is only unveiled to me when someone asks. Okay, in that case, I'm 5'9". So can I stop buying lottery tickets, or am I going to win something? You can stop buying them. And furthermore, you should change your sleep schedule. Damn. Kamiyama says, yeah, it's finally my turn. Could you focus on the topic of love for me? Pretty corny, I know, but I've been alone on this earth for too long. Can you tell me your mother's maiden name? Baumgarten. You'll have a fateful encounter very soon. You don't have to be afraid. You will only know when it's there. The keyword is blue. Wow, thanks a lot, dear Lady Lotus. Could you maybe tell me something more specific? I'm still scared of screwing up. Blue could mean so much. The person's eye color, or will the weather be nice that day, or will we meet at the swimming pool? But all of the heroes run and hide. Okay. I'm really sorry. I always write down everything I see in my prophecies. I don't know anything else. Okay, let's hope for the best then. Could I know my future too, please, Lady Lotus? I don't believe in this kind of stuff. I want to kind of know that. I don't believe in it, but I want to see what she says. Looking for info is the man without a face. Oh shit, Avail. Is this the girl he's talking about? I'm looking for any information you have. It's Avail Amy. On the man without a face. It's an old legend from Duskwood. Thanks in advance. They say that the best blades burns brightest when circumstances are at their worst. Black Brook down says, man without a face, never heard of him. Wet Towel Dancers up says, please only make posts relevant to the topic. Post to increase your points are not allowed. Please check the forum guidelines. This might be something for you, Darkness. Long Sleeveless. Neat. I know those stories. I'm not from Duskwood, but it's a kind of biblical story with sinners and markings. I only vaguely remember what it was about, but it was super exciting. White Collar says, the figure from Legends punishes sinners to do that. He paints symbols on houses to direct ravens. Thanks, White Collar. That's pretty much what I know too. You can address people here directly by putting at before their name. Well, but you're welcome. I think the man without a face is really exciting too. Yep. That's one for Darkness. Where is he? Doesn't the killer wear some sort of weird mask, like a scarecrow or something? Happily says, okay. Zubul says, exactly like I said, the grass is always green on the other side. Exactly like I said, I'd be happy about any information. Darkness says, DM. Who's Darkness? We need to talk to this Darkness guy. Welcome to the Black Parade. Looking for help. A strange noise in my garden. 44 Opa says, hey, I hope someone can help me. I've been hearing the same weird noise in front of my house for 3 weeks. It seems to be coming from the bushes, but it moves sometimes and really fast too. It doesn't happen at any particular time or like every night or not or something. And I've heard it about 7 times so far. It's really weird. Damn. It just sounds like an animal. Doesn't it? I'd be really happy if someone could tell me what that is. Oh shit, sorry, but I guess you've got a monster in the front of your house. You better move out before it gets you. But seriously, I've never heard anything like it. I guess it could be a marten, depending on where you're from, more or less likely. Dreadful Sin says. Thanks for trying, but it's not a marten. I know exactly what they sound like. Can't anyone help? Am I really the only one who has this in front of their house? Skylar says. That's a fox. I had the same noise in my garden for some time and I was just as confused as you are. Then I played the game Red Dead Redemption. Second, some years later, and heard the same sound there. One Google search later, everything was clear because I wasn't the only one who was confused about the noise in the game. I know why I'm a gamer. I don't believe it, a fox. Thanks. And once again, a fox destroys all of our hopes to find evidence for the supernatural. That's funny, Dolores. Goes to time for a little history lesson. Modern spiritisms, as we know it today, attributed to the sisters Margaret and Katie Fox, who in 1848 claimed that a ghost was communicating with knocking sounds in the walls of their house in New York. Sorry, but as you're talking about foxes, I saw the perfect opportunity to sneak into this little lecture. Do you hear them knocking the ghosts of her deeds? Hear them screaming? Hear them plea? Queen of the Damned says, well then, I'll declare this thread is closed. Way up on the mountain where she died, all I ever wanted was your life. Okay, last one. Cursed technology. Shy Steele says, this is a true story, although it changed my life forever. I never told it to anyone. Back then I still went to university, and I was at the end of my second term. I was still living with my parents because it was cheaper. We've always been pretty wealthy, and I had an entire floor to myself in our big house, so it was a pretty good situation for me. One day my dad bought himself a new tablet, cost him a fortune with the newest technology and all sorts of gadgets. And that was it. My day was hooked. He wouldn't go 5 minutes without that thing, especially once he found out about all the new apps he couldn't get with his old pre-war tablet. And so it didn't take long until his tablet was connected to all devices around the house. Much to my mom's dismay, who was quite but surely becoming very scared of technology, soon taking over the world. From basement lights bulbs to the fridge in the kitchen, our house had arrived in the future. Until that night in the summer. Wait, I want to read that again. One day, my dad bought himself a new tablet, cost him a fortune with the newest technology and all sorts of gadgets, and that was it. My dad was hooked. He wouldn't go 5 minutes without the thing, especially once he found out about all the new apps he couldn't get with his old pre-war tablet, and so it didn't work. It didn't take that long until his tablet was connected to all devices around the house. Much to Mom's dismay, who was quite but surely becoming very scared of technology, soon taking over the world. From basement light bulbs to the fridge in the kitchen, our house had arrived in the future. Until that night in the summer. My parents had gone to bed already, but I was still sitting at my desk preparing my things for the next day's lectures. As I said, it was the end of term, and exams were just around the corner. I hadn't exactly made an effort to show up to all my classes, so I was trying to catch up on my work as quickly as possible. I didn't know what a social life or a proper sleep schedule were anymore. It must have been just after 1 a.m. when my stomach started to growl. I remembered with glee that I had half a pizza in the fridge, left over from dinner that was just waiting to get eaten. A short while later, the pizza was rotating in the microwave, and I was rummaging through the pantry for a worthy dessert. I was going to be a long night, and that was the only way I was sure to survive it. As I was passing through the living room with my loot, I noticed that my dad's tablet was still on. The screen appeared to be off, but something on it seemed to be moving. I went and had a closer look, and I was right. There was a white cursor in the middle of the black screen. Strange, but I decided to just turn it off. I was sure my dad had just forgotten it. Just before my finger was about to press the power button, however, the cursor suddenly changed, but not just randomly. It flashed and disappeared slowly, but in a consistent rhythm. While letters appeared behind it. Hello, it said in the middle of the screen. The cursor had written a word. I bent over the screen in disbelief. Hello? I read off the screen, talking more to myself, but the cursor reacted. How are you? This couldn't be real. Slowly, I looked around the dark room. I didn't know what I was expecting to find, but I guess I somehow hoped for some sort of explanation. Maybe my dad jumping out from behind the aside colored sofa that my mother had only bought 2 months ago, but the room was empty. Then the cursor started tapping again. Don't be afraid, Tim. That was enough. Of course, I was scared. Whatever the tablet was trying to tell me. Panicking, I pressed the power button, which made the tablet fall over backwards. A few steps later, I was back in my room where I went straight to bed. I forgotten all about the pizza and my exams. Next morning, I had breakfast with my parents. My dad was on his tablet, as always. I threw a look at it from the sofa safe distance off of my chair, which my dad noticed. He answered by pouring me a full glass of orange juice. Should I tell him? He'd just think I'm crazy. I asked myself all day whether I should, although I already knew the answer, and then night came again. Of course, I was lying awake in bed. I had given up studying in the early evening, because it was to be expected. I couldn't concentrate. My thoughts kept wandering off to the tablet. Might it be switched on again? Maybe my dad had installed some new quirky app that well spoke to you. What had happened last night? I looked at my clock just after 1 a.m. There was no way, no matter how many questions I had, one thing was certain. I would not be able to sleep that night, not until I had at least had another look at the tablet. Quietly, I snuck down the stairs carefully and into the living room, and there it was in the darkness of the room where it belonged. Slowly, I went closer. It was as if it had been waiting for me. The thought made me shudder. I had hoped to find the tablet switched off, but deep down I already knew. The cursor flashed in the middle of the screen, just like the night before. It lit up, disappeared. Hello, Tim, it wrote. But this time I didn't dream of switching it. off. I had prepared, I had been expecting it, and yet my preparation didn't help with the surrealness of the situation. I have to tell you something. I started feeling uneasy. There is a man at the back door. Of all the things I had been expecting to read, this was not one of them, and it filled me with nothing but pure unfiltered panic. Before I was able to react, the tablet screen suddenly switched over. The words disappeared, and instead I looked straight into the eyes of an unknown man. An evil man who was breaking into our house that very second. The tablet had shown me a surveillance camera in the garden that was filming the back door. And then everything happened very quickly. I ran to the front door and pummeled the alarm system's emergency switch. All the lights in the house went on, and once an ear-piercing noise erupted, and a second later my parents were standing in front of the entrance. My dad is in his pajamas with an unloaded shotgun in his hands. Shortly after the police had arrived, it turned out that the man had been responsible for 5 other break-ins in the state. Unfortunately, they never caught him, but my house was spared. After that, I tried finding out many times what saved me that night, but I never experienced it again. I successfully finished my degree and moved to a different city. I took the tablet with me when my parents replaced it with a newer, better model. Yesterday I tried switching it on, which is also the reason for my forum post. It seems to have finally died once and for all, but it saved me and my parents back then. That one summer night I will keep it for the rest of my life, and maybe it will happen again some night. Maybe it will turn back on again and talk to me. Wow, great story. Hard to believe it, worth the read. Good of the world. I can repair it for you. You can find my address on my profile. DM me to negotiate a price and for everything else. Shark T87. Yeah, right. You should have posted this in the bedtime stories category. Never seen that. Never seen anybody drive their garbage down to. Oh, yes, the same one. Keto mad. These new accounts in their wrong category posting. Isn't there an admin here who can move this? 8CL. Tequila. 300 milliliter. Orange juice. 4CL pomegranate syrup. Hello. Beetlejuice. Darkness. Queen of the Air. None of those places. Okay, that was the last one, wasn't it? That was fun. That's a really fun read. I like these forums. I'll read the post. Good. There is no doubt that it was actually Amy Bell Lewis who was behind the pseudonym. And that she was also occupying herself with the legend of the man without a face. How did you manage to find this? Well, to put it simply, I found out about her artistic pseudonym, Avali. From then on, it was easy. I see. Good, back to the forum post. It is truly unfortunate that the conversation did not continue in the public forum. Should we try to continue it? This user appears to have sent Amy a direct message. Oh, Jessie has changed her profile picture. Can we not open that? Okay. You mean this darkness guy? Yes. Was she being followed too? The answer would merely be speculation. I think you should mingle in with the people in this forum. Probably, yeah. If you can get the attention of this darkness and he tells you what he discussed with Amy, then we would be one big step further. I've been waiting for a new job to do. I will become one of them and find out everything. I suspect your chances will be highest if you post directly the thread made by Amy. However, if you should be cautious. This appears to be a tightly knit community. And the fact that this darkness does not just publicly reveal information says a lot about him. I'll manage. I know. Could you send me the link to the forum again? Of course. You can also find the forum in your apps. asked Gina. Do you think someone replied to me? Oh. Leonardo threw himself in front of his wife to protect her as she had gone stiff with shock. The couple fled from the street and ran through the rain to the next police station. But all police officers were dead, and had been for a long time, except for one officer who could tell them what happened. But that didn't matter because they saw lots of weapons lying around there with their names on them. Let's see if she replies. That's what I'm here for now. Could you tell me your favorite color? Yeah, my favorite color is blue. Did I text something else? I don't think so. Wait, what is the message option? Is that like a DM thing? Never mind. Hi, well, but there are two things to talk about. First thing, I just wanted to say again that it means a lot to me that you and Jake shared everything with us. That was really nice after everything that happened. I feel the same way. Second thing, oh my god. Not Ellen. I've just been rummaging through the files of Roger's garage. There are a lot more than I thought when I started, and some of them are so old. Good day, my name is Ellen Bloomgate, Duskwood Police. I have a few questions concerning the case of Hannah Donford and Amy Bell Lewis to ask you. Please call me back under the number 95042. Sincerely. Shit, bro. Did you find the owner of the gremlin? Is there any way I can help you? Nice of you to ask, but no. You do something important. Let me do the boring office work. Sorry, I didn't message you just to complain. I have the file of a certain Michael Hansen here. Jennifer's dad? I think so. Should be. Would you like to find out? His phone number is in the file. You bet. Hey. So his number is 93844. Oh, too bad. I thought for a second it might be the number from Hannah's phone list. No, I'd have noticed that already. I immediately saved the number from the list to my phone, 93844. You'll call immediately, right? Because then I'll just stay on the phone and wait. Because I'm really curious. Oh, well, wait a sec. 93844.
The number you've dialed is not in service. The number you've dialed is not...
It's not in service. Great, the number doesn't exist anymore. Ah, darn. The file is really old, too. And they probably never updated the number. Too bad. It was worth a try. Definitely. Well, there's an address in the file too. Do you want to go there? I'm not sure. The address probably isn't current anymore either. And Michael will probably only tell me the same things Sarah's told me. You know what? I'll just continue with these files. Finding the owner of the gremlin is much more important. And thanks to you, I had a little nice break. I can only return you the compliment. Let me look into this one first. I'm the last one. That is really strange. Is it possible that recently something terrible has happened to you, Namus? Nothing terrible is happening to me. No, not at all. More the contrary, actually. Has he not replied to us? Jesse, I'm worried about you. Covering up your sorrow. Do you want to talk to me? We're going through the same thing. When I was a child, I always had the same dream over and over. A horrible dream. I was standing on a high bridge and was looking down at my friends. They were playing, having fun, and laughing loudly. I tried calling them, but they just couldn't hear me. And the second one of my friends wanted to look up to me. I was suddenly on my own in a dark, endless room. I remember running and calling for help, but nobody answered. When my mom brought us to Duskwood, that dream became reality. I understand. And now it's happening again. You've lost many people in a short time. You know when Jake suddenly disappeared? Something was suddenly missing in my life. It's actually kind of soothing to know that you understand me and my situation. You make me feel safe. I hope I make you feel a bit safer too. Aw, you do, Jesse. You do. Oh. There's one more thing I wanted to say to you. Maybe I understand a bit more now why you like Jake so much. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh shit, we got a message. From the forums. Shit, okay. Wow, the Red Zoopy has returned yet? Really annoying when people only register here for one thing and then never come back online. Hi Darkness, maybe you can help me out. How are you getting along in the forum? So. This darkness just won't bite. I assume that this would not be an easy task. But I'm sure that you will manage. Hopefully. Then I do not wish to distract you any longer. There's something important I want to tell you. This Alan messaged me. What? I didn't see that. He's purposely shielding himself from me. He must be using an encryption. Not a bad job, I have to hand it to him. Sorry that isn't of any interest to you. What did Ellen say to you? What police officers say when they want you to spill the beans? Please do not respond to him, even if it might be hard for you. I won't. Don't worry, Jake. I'll listen to you. I will try breaking his encryption anyway so that I can see the messages he sends to you. Please continue taking care of the forum. Okay, let's look into the forum again. Oh, Ghost Story has more. They armed themselves with Leonardo had a great feeling about everything as he was in the city's weapon clubs. In the future, I see a golden crown of a king. Unfortunately, you are about to be faced with some hard times, but you will get through them because you won't be facing them alone. There is a person in your life to whom you are very important, but something inside is still between you. Oh, you're talking about Jake. And in case something is offered to you anytime soon, you should decline it. Our fate is just a second May. Thank you, Lady Lotus. That of bungee for witchcraft in the Middle Ages. Thank you, Lady Lotus. Well, I read up a little bit on the legend in the meantime, and it looks like the MWF only gets the sinners once a year in the night of the new moon. The first night of the new moon. Can anyone here suggest any literature on the topic? Okay, well, guys, thank you for watching. That has become a long video. It's almost 50 minutes long. So we're going to end this here. Thank you guys for watching. That was really good. We found forums, we talked, and we saw a lot of things. We read a lot of stories. They were really fun stories, actually. I love that. And, yeah. We'll see more of this forum shit once I finish the puzzles and made another video. But thank you guys for watching. Love you.